Hey, it's Jay. Welcome back to my channel where today I'm going to be doing an unhaul of some books that I just outgrown or didn't really like. So the first book I'm going to be unhauling is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. Now, while I do acknowledge the importance of this book and books like it, and I know that a lot of people really enjoyed this, I just couldn't get over the simplicity of the writing. And not saying that it's bad that it's simplistic writing, it's just wasn't for me and I couldn't get hooked on it, and so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm getting rid of Years of Wonder by Geraldine Brooks. I'm never gonna read this. The reason I got this was because I got this at a garage sale that my neighbor, her children did because she had passed away, and I was like, oh, I can get part of her and it looks interesting to read. Okay, so I'll get it, but I'm never gonna read it. I'm getting rid of the whole 7-book series of the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I never read these as a kid. I tried to read Prince Caspian when I was younger. I could just never get into them, and even though they're classic children's books, I'm probably never gonna get to them, so I would rather give these away to some other child that I know will enjoy them. This next one I'm kind of sad to get rid of, but also like it's not really my kind of book, and that is My Boyfriend is a Bear by Pamela Ribon and Kat Ferris. It is a graphic novel, and I did get this free from Oni Press, which I was real excited about, and I enjoyed it. It's just kind of strange, and it's just not something that I think I'm going to ever read again, and so I'm going to get rid of it. Afterworld by Scott Westerfeld is an interesting book that has like 2 timelines. One is like the current world where this girl has written a novel. She's right out of high school and she got like a $1 million book deal, and she's taking a year off from school to kind of go to New York and get it all published and stuff. And then the other timeline is the actual book she wrote, which was a really interesting idea. But I've had this for years. I've tried to read it 6 times. I cannot get past page 100 of like 600 pages. And I've tried to read this, and I just don't like Scott Westerfeld's writing, I guess, because I didn't like his Ugly series either. And like I've heard there's asexual representation here, but I haven't seen it in the few pages I've been able to read and stay focused on, so it's going bye-bye. I used to have another Margaret Peterson Haddix book. I don't know what I did with it, but I'm getting rid of Found. It's a middle grade novel, I believe. I think it's like a mystery or something, but I'm just never gonna get around to it. I like her writing from the book I read, but I'm just not gonna get it, so just making room on my shelf. Yes, Kitty. The new editions of this series is beautiful, and the movie's coming out soon, but I could just never get into the Artemis Fowl series by Eoin Colfer. I listened to the audiobook of the first one, I believe, and I found the premise interesting, but I just couldn't really get into the characters or writing. I have the first 4 because I read the first one and then I was like, okay, I guess I'll continue with this series because I didn't like to DNF anything, but then I just realized like this isn't for me, even though I bought 4 of the books. I'm getting rid of them. I love the Nancy Drew games, and I'm still keeping a few of the classic Nancy Drew books by Carolyn Keene, whether it's the original Carolyn Keene or people that took a pen name, but I'm getting rid of 4 of the classic novels, and then of the Nancy Drew Girl Detective box set. I'm getting rid of the 2nd box set with 9 through 16. I remember reading these when I was in middle school and just flying through them, and I'm just never gonna read these ones, and I've outgrown these ones, so the ones I kept are ones that were made into video games with her interactive. This next one is weird, but I'm getting rid of the Holy Bible. This is a really crap and ugly copy, but wow, that's small font. Anyway, but I got this at FSC orientation from housing or from something, in like a backpack with other things, and I kept it because I was like, oh, I can use it for like writing illusions and stuff. I'm never gonna do that, being real with myself, so I'm getting rid of it. This little pocket writing muse inspiration book thing wasn't too great for me. I don't know if it was because like it actually was bad, or if it's just like how I get information, but this was not a really good book. Like, it was really cute and the aesthetic was on point, but it just wasn't good for me, and so I'm tossing it. I did a review on this a long time ago. I think it was the first review I did with pink hair. That is the book Jumper by Michelle Glacier, and wow, this cover is beautiful. The writing and the plot line and everything that I mentioned here was so bad that I just can't bear to look at anymore, and so I am getting rid of it, which is really unfortunate because the story was like, the plot was interesting because it's about these people that have the power to go into storybooks and interact with characters and like protect the story from like continuing to go on its like original plot, but it just was not done well. A lot of people love We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson, and I am not one of them. I should probably take these little things out that I started annotating with. Because I heard so many great things, so many 5-star reviews from friends, I was like, okay, I'll read it. It's queer. It sounds interesting. There's aliens. Cool. But I hate the characters, and the plot, it just seems ridiculous to me because like this guy gets abducted and the aliens like give him like a year or something to like save the world, and like here's how to do it, and he's like, is it really worth it? He's the most pessimistic character ever. It's like, there's nothing wrong with pessimistic characters, it's just that he was questioning like everyone, like if he could save the world, would you do it? And he knew that I got halfway through it, and the whole time he's like, well, I'm not gonna save it anyway, but let me see what this person says anyway. Like that's just like going around in circles does not a plot make. The Testing by Joelle Charbonneau is kind of like Divergent and Hunger Games smushed together, and I liked the main character because she was very intelligent. It's just the dystopian aspect of this wasn't very unique. It was executed alright, but it just wasn't very unique. And part of that is because of how much I personally enjoyed the first Divergent book and the Hunger Games trilogy. This just didn't live up to that expectation, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with the trilogy. For some reason, I don't know where I got this, but I got like an old-fashioned arc of an uncorrected proof of The Dream Collector by Joyce Sweeney. It says its publication date's November 1989, category young adult novel, and I don't know where I got this from. I don't know what it's about. I just was attracted to it because it said Dream Collector. I was like, ooh, magic. But I'm never gonna read this, being honest. I have no idea what it's about. There's no information on the back, and so I'm just gonna give it away. And the last book I'm getting rid of today is another book that my dad just randomly snuck into my office and put on my shelves, because he does that sometimes. Is The Books You Read, edited by Charles A.T. Jones, forward by O.G. Mendino. It's basically just this collection of one-page synopses of other books that people have read and like given their opinions on, like scholarly people, and I'm, for one, stinks. Two, I'm never gonna read this because like there are a lot of, it's not really like my niche, it's not really my area, and so it's going bye-bye. So that's all I've got for today. My second unhaul. I've got quite a few books I'm getting rid of, which would make more room on my shelves behind me, for new books I know I'm going to enjoy. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the little bells to get notified whenever I upload. I upload every Wednesday with videos on either books, writing, activism, music, or other little series I've made. Down in the description are links to my different social medias, including Tumblr, so make sure to follow me on all those. And I will see you in next week's video. Thanks for watching. Bye.